Viktoria for Tiburon-TV, and I'm here in New York for the Web Expo. And I found a European startup, that's Matt from Dopplr, which was recently acquired by Nokia. How does it come that you are here?
I'm here to talk about mobile social location, a bunch of stuff about trends in mobile and the kind of applications people are building from our experience at Dopplr and now in this bigger platform at Nokia.
Okay, so tell me, what are the major trends coming up for the next year?
So I think there's a couple of really interesting things going on in mobile right now. There's better and better data sets are out there. We're seeing whether it's an open project like OpenStreetMap, Google opening up on its Android platform with turn-by-turn navigation. There's a lot of tools for the developers to build things with. And secondly, the devices and what you can do with them is really expanding. We're seeing people adding more and more things to phones through open platforms and hardware hacking. We're seeing phones with compasses as well as GPSs and playing with augmented reality. And more the phone is becoming something that's not just a communication device, but something that's part of your social life and bringing you information that's connecting you up with the internet while you're in the street.
Okay, in your talk you figured out certain areas which are the most trend-leading ones, so name them please.
So I think one of the most exciting things right now is that with the familiarity that everyone has with Twitter and Facebook and so forth, I think we're finally seeing the social network arrive on the phone and the contextual information, the idea that some people are more important to you than others and the information can be filtered using the social graph. I think that's really exciting. And then I think we're just seeing a lot more playful use of cities, services like Foursquare with checking into places, making a game out of it. They're also, while they're being playful, they're collecting data that's making for better and better services.
And also looking on the visualization of information, which role will the mobile play in that area?
I think there's been a big growth in information visualization on the desktop and on the web. Companies like Stamen Studios in San Francisco are always building beautiful and useful tools for people to explore data. And I'm waiting to see how that's going to translate onto mobile. I don't think we're there yet. I think we have the devices with the powerful 3D processors on modern phones. We have the bandwidth with internet connectivity, but the small screen's a whole new challenge for designers.
Okay, so you think that it's a great opportunity for new startups to make something out of it?
Absolutely. I think beautiful design and utility and usability is a really level playing field for people to compete on, particularly with open data sets on the internet.
Yeah, you just named it, open data. What do you think about it? What's your opinion?
I think open data is this amazing enabler for all kinds of startups.
What do you think? We know that it's governmental data which is necessary for it, and it still needs a lot of requirements for really open it up. How long do you think will it take us to really come to that point that we can start using all that data?
I think we're still going to be a few years yet before we have truly international data sets that are open. I think, as you say, there's so much government involvement in public data, whether it's around mapping or personal information, that the international coordination that we need around that stuff just isn't there yet. And I think it's grassroots projects like OpenStreetMap, gathering data from individuals, from personal individual activity, that will probably get there first before governments coordinate.
And okay, which other opportunities do you see for new startups coming up? You were naming more in a playful direction. Which other trends do you see?
Good question. I think the most interesting startups are all generating some sort of data set. You know, if you look at say Flickr, which has been a real long-term success in terms of being acquired and then continuing to be a great company inside great big Yahoo. Flickr is both a playful site and also gathers data. Everything that you do when you use Flickr creates tags, it creates mapping points. I think there's always an opportunity to create a new and unique data set as a startup, and then carve out a niche for yourself in a new area that way.
The theme of that year is the power of less. Do you think that we will only see just small startups rising up right now and no other next big thing?
I think, the next big thing could well come from a small startup. And as Katarina Fake was saying on the main stage today, a downturn is a great time to start a startup. Some people are, the big companies are restricting their budgets. Some of the smaller operators are perhaps scared to make a move. It's a time to be daring and make a new company on no money.
So you are working right now for Nokia, as you've been acquired for it. Are you open for partnerships there?
Nokia is, as far as I can tell, all I can say is I'm 4 days into my new job at Nokia, I know very little yet about how it's going to expand. But clearly you can see from their public activity that Nokia partners with all kinds of people. You know, their new smartphone ship with Facebook on the homepage when you switch it on. You know, it's all big companies know that it's about creating an ecosystem, even between the biggest companies. So there's lots and lots of collaboration going on.
So your last hint for the people out there for starting up a new business?
Well, I'm happy to say that as part of our acquisition, Nokia has moved most of the Dopplr staff to Berlin, and I'm absolutely loving it there. So, I mean, my tip is move to Europe.
Move to Berlin, you want to say?
Yep, get outside of the, you know, the valley bubble. Come to Berlin and start a company in a little low-rent East Berlin back office and change the world from Europe.
Oh yeah, let's make Berlin the startup capital of the world.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.